Hi everyone, a very delightful, beautiful morning. How are we all doing? It's a beautiful Tuesday and I hope that you're so super duper excited and grateful unto God for bringing you into another beautiful new day. This is the day that the Lord has made and we all shall rejoice and we shall be glad in it, for this is the will and wish of God for us in this particular new day that God has brought us into. My name is Bella Basi. I am that person who preaches life, hope and courage, who tells you that if God brought you into the breaking of this new day, if you woke up today among the living and not the dead, that there is nothing that you are desiring that God isn't going to give to you, because God is a just and faithful, merciful God, and He loves you so much. You know why? Because you are the very heartbeat of God, and God cannot breathe knowing very well that you, my brother, that you, my sister, are not fulfilling the very life that He has predestined for you to live. This morning, I want to put something on your table that will bless your soul and that will nourish your mind, because I know and I believe that we were created for a reason, and one of those reasons is that so that we can first of all coexist as a people and then be a blessing to one another, because God has given us all that we need and require here on earth, and that is why every human being that you see here is a plus and it's a blessing to you. So this morning I want to say to you that God is the ultimate and that God is all that you need. And if you have God, then you have everything. I will keep on saying this, that this is not about being religious. This is not about you liking a pastor or not liking a pastor. This is not about you not liking a church or not a church. Are we saying that there are no things going on out there? No, that is not what we are saying. But we are saying that it is paramount for every human being created by God to reckon and have a relationship with their maker. And that until you have that relationship with your maker, life will never be useful to you. And you will also become vulnerable to the things that are not thoughts of God and plans of God for your life. Because the person that has no God is a person that is vulnerable to the things that are not God's plan for the person's life. But when you have God in your life, God becomes your shield, and then He protects you from everything that He does not wish for you, to find place in your life or come near your dwelling. You will find that account in Psalms 91. Now, I want to say to you that the reason why all of the things that are happening in the life in this world that we're living in today is because people lack what I call contentment. And as long as the spirit of contentment is in the life of a person, that kind of a person is a very dangerous person. A person that lacks contentment is a person that will do anything regardless of what it is that he wants to do, as long as he is going to achieve that thing that has been, bubbling in his mind. He will not look to the left. He will not look to the right. He will not look back. He will not look to the front. The only thing that is just so paramount to him is the thing that is in his mind to do. That is why if you lack contentment, you are a very dangerous person. And not just dangerous to the society, but you are also dangerous to your own very self. The lack of contentment is a proof that you don't love yourself. The lack of contentment in a person, it's a proof that life does not mean anything to you. Because if you understand the implication that comes by you not being contented, then you will understand that it is something that you shouldn't even get yourself involved in. That you should always at all time be contented for that which you have, while you are hopeful for the things that you wish for, while you're trusting God for that which you want Him to do for you. Because with time, there is nothing that you have been hoping or trusting in God for that will not become your own very manifestation. But people lack patience. And when you lack patience, you become vulnerable. When you lack patience, you become destructive, because you will use your hand and go and put yourself in a very deep pit that you will not be able to climb out from. The spirit of contentment is very, very crucial if a man wants to live and to fulfill destiny. If you want to become all that God is created you to become, then you must have the spirit of patience first. And then you must learn to be contented with what you have been blessed with pay time, while you are wishful and hopeful for the things that you hope to get. Nothing just happened. You've got to trust God and His timing for your life. You've got to trust time. You've got to trust God, because God is time Himself. And everything that God has said, I tell you that there is none of it that will fail from manifesting, because God is a promise-keeping God. God is a covenant-keeping God. But you've got to trust him. You have no right to come to that point where you want to give up on God's timing for your life. Because everyone that lives here on the surface of this earth, we were created differently. And we came into this world in our own different time zone. We came in here in our own different years. Meaning that some other person's glory is not supposed to take you off balance. Because your own very time of manifestation will certainly come if you are going to be patient and to wait for God's will to become your own very reality. Don't compare yourself to anyone, for the Bible said they that compare themselves to one another, it said they are not wise. And when a person is not wise, that is where destruction plays. That is when destruction comes into the picture. When you are not wise, because an unwise person does not understand. And when you lack understanding, you become destructive. When you lack understanding, destruction will come embracing you. You've got to learn to wait. That is why we see all this chaos happening in the world are happening, because people don't want to wait for divine timing. They just want to embrace it right now. And in the law of life, and in the law of progress, and in the law of success, there is no come and get it now. You have to understand that there is a ladder that you must begin to climb from one step and then till you get to the last step, which is at the top. There is no magic to success. The only thing that there is to success is determination, and then you trusting and waiting while you walk, and then you allow God to gradually take you to the place where he has already destined for you. Do not rush life, because God is such a faithful God, and he cares about you, and he is mindful about you, and he is particularly concerned about you until you come to know this truth. Man, these things that we keep on hearing will keep on being the order of the day. But I pray that in the name of God, that God will grant us all of the understanding that we need to know that all we need is God. And if we have God, we have everything else that we need. Until when next I see you, stay blessed, stay positive, and always speak the positivity that you want to see. Never confess the situation, because the one who created you loves you and is so mindful of you, and you mean and matter so much to him. I love you. Until when next I see you, I say peace.